Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. I caught my ex-wife with my childhood friend. I posted this on another community, but I discovered Reddit a few days ago, so I decided to post this story on another community because I listened to all the advice that was given to me, and I actually enjoyed talking to everyone. This is going to be a lengthy post. I will not mention anyone's name for obvious reasons. I'm coming home after a long mentally painful 7-month disaster. I wish I could say what I did, but I can't. What I can say is that those 7 months were filled with nightmare, painful mental issues, and the biggest heartbreak I thought I would ever feel at the time. What I can say is that after the act that we had to do was so severe, we were defeated mentally from guilt. My teammate, which I considered my brother, took out his weapon and killed himself right in front of me. After I begged him not to, he stated he has no family, nothing to come back to, and living with this guilt was only going to kill him. He wanted to end the pain right then and there. I begged for him not to, that he was my brother, that I was his family, but it wasn't enough. Parts of his brains in my face, my ears ringing, others rushing in. My mind is blank. I couldn't sleep nor eat. My kids are calling me on Skype and I let it ring as I look at the Skype screen, but actually thinking about my brother. I took long sessions talking to a professional. I was sent home. Before I get to it all, I was told that military wives are the biggest snakes. They take you for granted, and never take your eyes off of them. So basically took their advice and wanted to prove everyone wrong. I didn't say when I was coming, but I had huge vacation plans to make up for it. I was told not to let her know when I'll come back home. I've been with my wife for 5 years, 4 together, 1 married, a set of twins, 2 girls at age of 2 at the time. I get driven home. I see my car, my beautiful home, but what mattered is hugging my family after 7 months of not seeing them. I go in. No one is there. I check the pool. No one. I go closer to my room. I hear moaning. I go closer, and my door is locked. That is my wife moaning. The door is locked, but I have a door that scans my fingerprint, or my wife's. I opened the door and I see my wife bent over. The other guy was none other than my best friend, the best man of the wedding. I grew up with this guy. I met him when I was 6. He was 5. Since 1st grade. This was my brother. My mind blanked. The next thing I heard is, "You're going to kill him. Stop. Please stop." My wife pushing my back, holding on to me, crying and scared. All I felt was an adrenaline. My heart beating like I finished running a marathon. Hands trembling. I forgot where I was until I looked down. What I saw was a naked woman crying, holding, telling me she's sorry, and a naked man leaking blood intensively. I start crying cause I almost killed my brother. I didn't mean actually hurt him. I asked if I hurt her, and she said no. I start spazzing out on her. Do you know what I had to go through? All those people, all this fighting. And for what? To come back home to see you with him. 7 months of nightmares, depression, hate, and paranoia. While I'm screaming at her, I'm breaking everything. My bed, the frames, the dresser, the TV, the door. I punched the wall and placed about 15 holes. I flipped the bed over. I destroyed the room pretty much. Cops were called by neighbors. Cops found me sitting in a corner with a blank mind. EMT came, picked both up and brought to the hospital. They patched my hands. As for him, a broken nose, broken arm, dislocated shoulder, etc. I couldn't feel nothing. No anger, no sadness, no guilt, nothing. My wife crying on her knees begging for forgiveness. As I was looking at her, I was thinking about my brother. How I couldn't save him from himself. What kind of a failure am I? Coming home to this woman was my karma. I instantly heard the footsteps of my girls. As soon as they saw me, I heard daddy. They climb on the bed and start hugging me. I instantly start crying. I held them and asked her if they are mine. Since moment they were born, they did not look like me. I shrugged this off cause I always thought I don't look like my father, but I still have his weird black nipple on the left and lighter nipple on my right chest and green eyes. The girls had absolutely nothing. Green eyes, but my mother-in-law also has green eyes. I asked, are they mine? Tears starts coming from both of us. She cries, of course they are. cops are telling he's looking to press charges. I'm like, press charges? Well, I'll tell you this. All of this is his and hers fault. The cops had no idea. I told them where I came from and my career. I told them I've been gone for almost 8 months. Let's call the backstabber Dick. I told them Dick was my brother since the 1st grade, and he was my best man from the wedding. The cops told each other this is why I don't trust no woman. My wife looked down and walked out the room sobbing. The cops told me they're letting me go, that they can't imagine what I'm going through. They called me a hero, thanked me for my service and wished me the best. I'm not a hero. I was someone who joined for the pay and benefits that couldn't save his friend. That doesn't sound like a hero to me. I go home. Wife says she wants to come with me so we can talk about this. I told her to look after her boyfriend. She starts crying again. I left the girls with her cause I had a lot of tears to drop walking home. Once I got home it was a blur. I woke up on the couch with her sleeping next to me, but on the rugged floor. I picked her up and put her on the couch. 2 weeks later, we get DNA tested, and all 3 of us took a lie detector test. This is where everything was revealed. My world broke into a million pieces. I was completely faithful to her. I loved this woman so much that it's hard to explain, cause everything I say is only going to be an understatement. She's cheated on me since the day we got together. I never saw any signs. She only cheated with Dick, but still, she's been using me for the money I make. I had a sheet of paper telling me I'm not the father to my 2 little worlds. That the father were Dick. Not only that, but she's also pregnant again. He was salty for what I did to him and revealed everything. His words were, open your eyes, you're the one who been making money. You've been providing for my kids while I lay back and play my games. She's been cheating on since the beginning. Remember when we went to the movies to watch The Incredible Hulk? That was in 2008. Remember how pissed and annoyed she got at you for no reason? Wasn't you touching her? Not to mention talking to her or looking at her? That was just an act so she can go home. She never planned on going home. She came to my house instead. Remember all the gifts she bought you, and made you believe that was out of love. Okay, that was so you can let your guard down, so it can be easy for her to cheat. You're not my brother. You're the kid's caretaker, my money maker. You bought me a car, a home, helped me pay for my college degree, and you've been taking care of my kids, and guess what? You're going to continue to do the same. You were gone for a minute, but I went to your house and was there for her. Wife was screaming at him, shut the duck up. I felt numb to everything. As my broken world was being revealed, she passed on the question, are you in love with both of them? She said yes. Lie detector said she's telling the truth. That only made things worse. Wife was grabbing me, swearing up and down it's a lie, relating to what Dick said to me. I started crying and told her you and the girls were the best thing that's ever happened to me. I did everything for us. I bought us a home. We did so much. We studied together. We worked together. Graduated together. And we made it together. We even made a family together. Seeing your smile was my daily goal, cause I love your laugh. Love hugging you. Just waking up next to you was a blessing I can't describe. And now I have a piece of paper telling me those girls were never mine. Another paper telling me I was only your toy. She had a blank face with nothing but tears dropping down like a waterfall. Dick says, for the record, you never made a family with her. I did. You were just taking my family for me. How can the person that called me his brother for so long be so cold to me? No idea. I couldn't sleep that day. I left home to walk. I literally walked for over 13 hours. I left my phone home, so no interruptions. I was found sitting on a bench crying. I know a man isn't supposed to cry, but I can't eat, sleep, or stop with the damn tears. All I did was throw up and cried. I couldn't look at the girls the same. Filed for divorce. She moved back to NY with her parents. Dick had no job and lost his home. His car was under my name. His home, it all belonged to me. I make 6 figures and someone that doesn't even have a job destroyed my world. Never again did I help anyone else. Not to mention trust anyone. I seek professional help. I won't end up like my brother who took his own life cause things got hard. I'm a fighter who keeps getting up. My ex-wife sent me some disrespectful texts, a picture of those 2 kissing the twins, a S-tape of them too, revealed some horrible things to me. She told me that now that I have nothing I should kill myself cause I'll only be alone. That she knew I wasn't the father, but what can a guy like Dick do for the kids? That I left the twins and I wasn't the role model. The father that I believed I was. I shouldn't have walked out on them like that. Doc told me not to be a fool. That isn't her to send me these things, that it's him doing it. I believe it's her. It's her number. The reason I left the girls was because I was scared of what I was capable of when I woke up one morning. I woke up with a gun next to me. I recorded myself and what I did scared me to no end. I would stand up for a long time doing nothing. Just standing near my bed like a zombie, then I would get my gun from my finger, scanning safe, and go back to sleep. I visit my brother where he's been buried every weekend. This was years ago. Today I'm a pilot who has his own real estate company but can't manage to make a family cause I push away every woman who I meet. I will never trust anyone again. But that's my mind now. I'm sure one day I'll have a family of my own. I'm still young. I'm only 33. Those girls are 9 years old now and I think about them every day when they're 18 and they ever seek me out. Best believe I'll welcome them with open arms. In case you're wondering what they're doing ATM. My sibling told me he's working at Best Buy. As for her, she became a nurse. Wanting to be a doctor one day, good for her. Wife cheated. Got pregnant by my childhood best friend while I was away. Update. Now I'm sure some of you remember my story I shared a few months ago. I got so many amazing comments down below and many of you messaged privately giving me their number so I can have someone to talk to. That was truly amazing and I thank all of you. Now I've been getting tons of messages asking me to update. How am I doing? Am I dating again? Did I leave the girls? Hell no. Others commented saying, okay, this is my last message to you. You probably died by COVID. If so, I wish you well in heaven. Face with tears of joy. 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 I'm going to type a lot because a lot has happened. Many of you read my ex's post saying I am bringing her to one of my home. My girls begged me to help mommy and their brother. Notice how they did not mention their ex-best friend. Their father. Let's call him JN. Those girls are my world. If not for them, I would have lost myself. I love them just as if they were mine. Been there since their first moment of birth till now. I ain't leaving them anytime soon. But I have to call myself out. I reread my previous post and I made myself sound like an angel. I assure you I am not. Ever since I was a child, both my mother and my older sister always told me women are evil. I always wondered, what about them? Both my mother and sister are probably the two most terrifying human beings. Well, sometimes I don't think they are human. My mother once told me her brother stole money from her and made fun of her. My mother grabbed something sharp and stabbed him in the hand. But I always carried that in my head, and even more after my discovering and divorce, but I was blinded because I didn't notice what I was doing. I would sleep with women and they would ask me if we're together and I'll look at them like straight-mouthed face with one raised eyebrow. And I'll say we're just friends. Two of them said all men use her just for S. I just shoved it away because I thought she was trying to guilt trip me. I asked them, do you expect me to trust you while I'm away? Can't trust a damn woman. It's easy to just be single now. Time to time I would feel incredibly guilty for how I was. Even though I got in contact with them and apologized for being in a hole. Now let's say I'm a regular guy with a regular job making $60K annually. Would I move in with a woman? Hell no. My mother always told me never move in with your woman in her house. She'll kick you out once she finds something better. Would every woman do that? No, of course not. But moving into a home where you have no power or control and you can be removed with simple words is a bad idea. And I advise anyone moving in someone's home, make sure you have protection. I don't give a damn if you think that person loves you infinitely. You get yourself protection before moving in. Don't care if you're a man or woman. Protect yourself. So back to the story. So yay, I helped X. Would I help her if the girls never existed? I highly doubt that. She's no longer in my home. Nick has been reopened for a while now. I'm no longer that hateful guy who trusted no one, especially women. I'm even dating someone right now. Only been a couple of months and nothing too serious like falling in love or moving in together. Face with tears of joy. Face with tears of joy. But hey, it's a huge improvement compared to how I used to be. Many of you asked me how I've been doing during the whole pandemic. Well, I got COVID a few months ago. It was so bad. I reached a fever of 104 degrees. A few months later, my ex got COVID too. That was when she went back to New York City. We both are doing just fine now. I spend my time with the girls. We just built a massive PC. Anyone interested in PC building? Let's talk tech. Yes, I taught the girls how to build PCs. One of them built a PC with a Ryzen Threadripper 32-core Ryzen beast of a PC and sold it for quite a pretty penny. Of course I helped with the selling, but she built it on her own. We're talking about girls a little over 10 years old. Grinning face with squinting eyes and sweat drop. I'm so proud of calling these girls mine. They make me proud every single day. Let's talk about X's son. The boy I paid the surgery for. Let's call him Jay. I was very surprised by how much hate I was getting because I didn't let him die. It wasn't just one or two. Like 20 something PPL message me saying, why didn't you let the boy die? Let's get one thing straight. He is not to blame for his mother's infidelity. Let's get that right. No lie can ever be kept a secret forever. Eventually the girls would find out I let their little brother die when I could have helped. I would have lost the girls. And then I would have been alone. Everything I do for my girls. They are the star in life. The ones who keeps me going. I wasn't surprised his hobbies were gaming and movies. Did I take on the father role towards him too? No. I won't lie. I almost did. He is such a good kid and I always dream of having a son that one day will take on this world much better than I did. He started looking up to me as a father figure and honestly that wasn't my intention. He started dressing like me, acting like me, or even eating like me. I even woke up and found him next to me a couple of times. I haven't seen him in a little bit. I also taught him how to build PCs. One time he called me and told me he made $1K for selling the PC he built at home. I honestly feel bad for Jay. The day I brought him and X over to my home, I cooked dinner for everyone, for the testosterone guys who think it's no wonder why I got cheated on, implying I'm a weak guy who lets people walk over him, even cooking for them. I don't let no one cook in my home unless it's my mother. She'll beat my ass if I don't let her. And I'm a damn good cook while X still can't cook for a worth of damn. Face rolling on the floor laughing. We sat down and ate. Jay started crying. I asked what's wrong. He said he finally gets to have the family he always wanted. Jayan hasn't seen his kids for years now. My marriage wasn't the only marriage he destroyed, BTW. He abandoned so many kids of his own. How can you leave something so precious in life? I'll give all my career, money in the bank, my life so the girls can continue with their life any day. They are not mine biologically, but what can I say? I am in love with my babies. Hugging my girls even for 1 second is infinitely better than making any amount of money. But yeah guys, I'm doing good. I'm doing much better than I was at the beginning of the year. This has been a rough year for many of you. I lost my grandmother 2 months ago. People have lost their kids due to this virus and my heart goes out to all of you. Please stay safe, protect yourself, and keep your family safe and close. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.